Okay, Danielle. So, first of all, before we get started, it's good to see you today. Good to see your mom. It was even okay to see your dad today. So, anyway, no, it was fun to see you guys. I thought you did really well at the meet. Just a couple of little ideas that, you can use, don't use. It's completely up to you. Um, First thing here, if you look at, I chose some, I don't know, University Houston sprinter guys, just something that was one of the stock videos that was on there. There's some things that I really like about what he does and really like about what you do. First of all, I started with this frame because, if you look at the guy on the right and, his arm posture and the lift he has, his toe is up. On his front leg, he's got a good dorsiflex on the backside. This is in his drive phase. And if you look over here on the left, your leg is up, everything looks good, your toe is up, dorsiflex looks good. So, just from the run out position, you look really good. But let's back it up here just a little bit. And here's the difference I think you'll see right away. And I know it's tough in this video to kind of see yourself in the blocks, but I want you to mostly pay attention to the guy on the right. His setup and his blocks are considerably farther back than yours. Now, the important thing here is when we look, his back leg is fairly perpendicular. It's straight up and down in the blocks, and he's given himself enough room to be able to kind of clear his hips, and run out low. I think one of the things in your block setup is you look a little bit jammed. We still want, you can see he's still got considerable weight on his hands, but what he doesn't have is he isn't hinged, or his back isn't bowed in his start position. We're still looking for that 90 degrees and, I don't know what, 120 whatever degree, but, open on the back leg and about 90 degrees on the front leg. A little forward lean like this guy has, so he looks pretty good at his setup position. And I think, if I had one suggestion for you, is I might try and move my blocks back to where I felt like I was pressing back into the blocks just a little bit in my set position. So, I still have weight on my hands, but I'm pressing into the block so that I feel like I'm ready to recoil out of the block. You notice this guy when he gets out of his blocks, okay, his toe, your toe, they're both down on the track really quick. The big difference from right here is he doesn't have to raise up to clear it. You see, he's still in his drive phase. His chin is still down on his chest. His arms are big, and he stays in that drive phase all the way out. Now, you get into your drive phase on about the second step, but this first step out, is really just kind of clearing room so that you can get out of your blocks. So, for what it's worth, I mean, your start looks really good. I think I would play with, moving it back just a little bit. Maybe have your dad videotape you a little bit coming out of the blocks, and then you'll know, and kind of work to this idea that you want to be able to get out, and nobody should really be able to read your T-shirt, as you're coming out of the blocks. And that chin should stay on your chest as you're driving out of the blocks. You do a great job with your arms. You do a great job of getting your knees up and running. We just need to help ourselves clear a little bit. Particularly in that 100-meter, because it's it's over in the first 4 or 5 steps. So we want to make sure that we're out first. One thing that and I'll leave you with this, one thing that I tell our athletes all the time is to have a good block routine, where we're deliberate. We do it the same way every time. But the big rule of thumb for me is we want to be last in, first out. Last into our blocks and set, first out. Let everybody wait on you, and then, you can tell them sorry at the finish line. Okay? Like I said, good to see you. Hope the video helps a little bit, and good luck.